you're gonna get caught. The truth always comes out, one way or another.
Before I tell y'all why I stopped working with Dhar Mann and Dhar Mann stopped working with me, I want to talk about why I kept working with him. And the short answer is, it's because it was a toxic relationship. Now, if y'all have ever been in a toxic relationship, you'll understand that it's way harder to leave than you would think, even though in your head you know it's bad for you. Let me get down to the specifics. There are three main reasons that this was the case. One, the highs were really high and the lows are really low, but the lows were far more frequent than the highs. And I'll talk a little bit more about this later because this one's actually a pretty big one. Two, you're kind of suffering in silence because if you ever talked about this to other people, the fear is that you could be replaced. And that's what happened to me. And you could lose a job. And three, this one has been more apparent than ever with all the recent allegations. There are so many actors out there that are sharing their experiences, but instead of addressing our concerns, he's telling us that we're wrong for having them. This is a classic method of manipulation called gaslighting. He's attempting to gaslight us and the audience into thinking that, well, the concerns that these actors are having are crazy, and they're crazy for having them. AKA victim shaming. Let's talk about the highs for a second, because I feel like this is why a lot of actors have stayed for so long, but also why so many actors are still there. In short, it's the people. The people working behind the cameras, the crews have been amazing for the most part. The directors are very memorable, and a lot of them have been so welcoming. And I really felt like I was part of a family. Then we have the other actors, the cast. They are some of my lifelong friends to this day, and I appreciate them so much from the bottom of my heart. And finally, we felt like we were part of something bigger. And there was the expectation that we're making a difference, we're making a change, and we get to do that while we're acting, doing the job that we love, and we're getting paid, even though it's such a small amount. So you keep working with them because you're chasing this feeling. That's where the highs end. One of the biggest lows for me was the fact that there's a constant fear of being replaced. If you didn't do things his way, if you wanted something else, if you wanted to be treated any better, there's always an actor out there that could do your job. And this is kind of normal in the industry, right? But Dhar Mann sets this expectation that once you're a series regular, you'll be invited back and back and back again in order to do more films for him. But as soon as you don't work with his schedule, as soon as something in your life comes up, or as soon as you just have any concerns, you're gone. That's it. And they paint this as a good thing. They say they give thousands of actors opportunities. They also say that if you express your concerns, you should be able to do that because it's all anonymous. They say they take feedback very seriously, but once you share your feedback and your concerns, you're out. People just want to be treated better. And is that so much to ask?